In a world where fortunes remain shrouded in secrecy, where immense wealth lurks in the shadows, a captivating truth emerges: the enigmatic realm of hidden wealth and unknown billionaires. Behind closed doors and beneath the surface of society, a clandestine network of individuals quietly amasses unimaginable riches, their identities concealed, their power unparalleled. Journey with us into the mysterious depths of this hidden world, where wealth becomes a veil and billionaires dwell in anonymity, waiting to be discovered. Unveil the secrets, unravel the mysteries, and prepare to be captivated by the untold stories of those who hold the keys to unimaginable riches, yet remain unknown to us all. This is just a rough estimation. It is not an official amount, nor is it confirmed by any reputable sources. There is likely as many as a total of about 1,000 billionaires that are not documented by Forbes or WealthX. One reason is that many high net worth individuals don't want to be known. Private assets such as raw land and closely held businesses can be hard to value. Some physical consumer assets such as artwork, car collections, and jewelry have appreciated significantly, and there aren't public records of these holdings in many cases. Furthermore, Forbes thinks there are 735 of them in America alone. Another count finds 927. Whatever the answer, the mystery is revealing, but the shocking thing here is, this mysterious number is growing rapidly. Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto is the name used by the unknown person who designed Bitcoin and created its original reference implementation. Nakamoto has claimed to be a man living in Japan, born on April 5, 1975. As a part of the implementation, they also devised the first blockchain database. He was the person who invented the Bitcoin. Nakamoto claimed that work on the writing of the code began in 2007. The inventor of Bitcoin knew that due to its nature the core design would have to be able to support a broad range of transaction types. In October 2008, Nakamoto published a paper on the cryptography mailing list 𝗦𝗏𝗏.com describing the Bitcoin digital currency. It was titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. As of June 19, 2023, Nakamoto is believed to own up to roughly 1 million Bitcoins, with a value estimated at over $26 billion, making him an unknown billionaire. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Forbes removed the reclusive Mexican drug kingpin from the list on the grounds that he was spending more money on security for himself and his family, a logic that seems speculative at best. Given that finding even a photo of Guzman is difficult, his personal finances seem well out of Forbes' reach. But with a Rand Corporation report suggesting that Mexican drug traffickers make as much as $39 billion in profit each year, and Guzman's Sinaloa cartel controlling an estimated 40 to 60% of the market, it seems reasonable to guess that he might still be a billionaire, even with a few more hired guns. His drug empire made him a billionaire, and he was ranked as the 10th richest man in Mexico and 1,140th in the world in 2011, with a net worth of roughly $1 billion. To assist his drug trafficking, the Sinaloa cartel also built a shipping and transport empire. Forget Forbes' billionaires list, here are the real world's richest people. 4. Kim Jong-un. Suspected sources of wealth: North Korean GDP, crypto stash and smuggling. Yes, that's right, the world's most notorious dictator presides over one of the world's poorest nations, but his personal situation is entirely different. As CCN.com reported recently, the North Korean leader is sitting on a massive stockpile of cryptocurrency. At the market peak, this could have been worth many billions of dollars, but even today values at $650 million. This is only the crypto he has stolen too. Who knows how much mining has been going on, as there have been signs of activity from Pyongyang generating digital currency for a while. Next, let's look at official data, as the GDP estimate for North Korea was around $30 billion. Bearing in mind that this man is absolutely 100% the owner of everything in his country, it makes more sense to look at his wealth and that of the country as one figure. Forbes made Kylie Jenner a billionaire by valuing her company at $900 million, so 𝗏𝗏 is just following their playbook here. North Korea's spending on nuclear weapons is estimated to be as high as $3 billion. Therefore, we are supposed to believe they spend 1/5 of their yearly product on nukes alone. Of course not. North Korea operates one of the world's biggest smuggling rings. We are talking meth, counterfeit money, weapons. You name it, and Pyongyang has its hands in it. If you think 𝗏𝗏's approach is too loose, don't think Forbes is any better, ask President Trump. Trump is also bullish that the brutal dictator could become even wealthier if he plays ball. 3. 𝗍𝗏𝗄𝗆, Sultan of Brunei. Suspected sources of wealth, oil, gas, and cars. Next on the list is a sultan. His Royal Highness is a bit different from Kim Jong because he operates legitimately on the world stage. His tiny nation the size of Delaware pumps out enough oil and gas to make them one of the most significant fuel-producing countries in the world. Who benefits from this? Well, the man who is Minister of Defense, Finance, and head of the military. Google his net worth, and Forbes will probably say $20 billion. This is ridiculously low. Firstly, his car collection alone is rumored to be worth $4 billion. Take into account that most of the oil money flows into his pocket every year, and the consensus estimate seems to assume that he isn't saving any money at all. Let's face it, the Sultan probably doesn't pay much income tax, and if he does, I can guess who's head of the IRS. 2. Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Crown Prince. The $1 trillion man. The de facto boss of one of the world's wealthiest nations, the Crown Prince's power has been on the rise for the last few years. Consensus estimates give him an approximately $20 billion slice of the more than $1.4 trillion fortune. Wait. What? The guy who locked up nearly every wealthy and influential person in his country is only worth a few percent of those assets? With vast oil wealth and an increasingly firm grip on the throne, Mohammed bin Salman has the power to designate money where and when he wants to. If Aramco ever goes public, we might have a more formal way of valuing him. For now, 𝗏𝗏 is calling it $1 trillion and leaving $400 billion for the rest of House Saudi to fight over. 1. Vladimir Putin. Mother Russia's bounty. Putin is worth $1.6 trillion. Okay, that estimate is high. It's Russia's entire GDP. But I'm taking it from the man himself here. Look at this quote from exiled Russian banker 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗃. Everything that belongs to the territory of the Russian Federation Putin considers to be his. Any attempt to calculate Putin's net worth won't succeed. He's the richest person in the world until he leaves power. When communism falls, there is typically a vacuum of ownership because the state officially owned everything before its demise. What Putin has done is allow everyone else to scramble for ownership of Russia's vast energy reserves while he realized controlling the Kremlin meant he controlled them, no matter how rich they got. Clearly, he doesn't have access to all of the money at one time, but again, following Forbes' Kylie Jenner approach, 𝗏𝗏 can add Putin's ownership of his business into the valuation. Putin is Russia. Until that changes, he's a trillionaire.
Being at a net worth of 230 billion, roughly, being perceived as the richest person on Earth.
Well, I think Putin is significantly richer than me.
You really do, yeah?
𝗍𝗏𝗃, I'm sure most of us haven't heard of this billionaire. Joseph 𝗍𝗏𝗃, Jr. was an American attorney and billionaire. The wealthiest practicing attorney in America, he was frequently referred to as the King of Torts. In 2011, his net worth was estimated by Forbes to be $1.5 billion, making him the 833rd richest person in the world. Philippe Kahn invented the camera phone. This photo was the first photo ever taken from a camera mobile. 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀 is a mathematician, technology innovator, entrepreneur, and founder of 4 technology companies: Full Power Technologies, Lightsurf Technologies, Starfish Software, and Borland. 𝗀𝗀 is credited with creating the first camera phone, being a pioneer for wearable technology intellectual property, and is the author of dozens of technology patents covering wearable, eyewear, smartphone, mobile, imaging, wireless, synchronization, and medical technologies. Sources estimate that 𝗀𝗀's net worth is around $2 billion, an amount he owes mostly to his inventions. 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗃𝗁𝗂 is a Japanese billionaire businessman and academic, the founder, president and CEO of the cyborg robot maker Cyberdyne, and professor of the Graduate School of Systems and Information Engineering at the University of Tsukuba. Cyberdyne is a robotics research company working on exoskeletons and hulls. In early 2009, Cyberdyne attracted international media attention with the announcement that it will be marketing and distributing the 𝗼𝗃 hybrid assistive limb-powered exoskeleton, which they claim augments body movement and increases user strength by up to 10 times. Cyberdyne has leased 330 HAL suits to 150 facilities across Japan, and HAL has been given a global safety certification that should allow it to be distributed outside Japan. 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗃 has a net worth of $1.18 billion. Kwon Hyuk-bin, at the age 15 years since Kwon Hyuk-bin founded Smilegate, it has grown to one of South Korea's biggest game companies. Crossfire is the world's most popular first-person shooter, going strong nearly a decade after its release. His current net worth is $4.9 billion. Vivi Nevo, the largest shareholder in Time Warner, this Israeli venture capitalist's holdings in public companies alone, including Goldman Sachs, eBay, Microsoft, and News Corp, have been estimated at $1.2 billion. But his all-in net worth, including swank personal compounds necklacing the globe, could easily be more than double that. Mika Antonen is a Finnish entrepreneur and business leader in the energy sector. He owns 87% of the fuel distribution company St1 Nordic Oil and 80% in Sweden, operating in the oil refining company St1 Group Oil, turnover of €4.1 billion. He is the chairman of the board of directors of both groups of companies. Frank Wang Tao, also known as Frank Wang, is a Chinese businessman who is the founder and chief executive officer of DJI, a Chinese technology company headquartered in Shenzhen, Guangdong, that manufactures unmanned and autonomous aerial vehicles. He has an estimated net worth of $3.6 billion. Frank Wang is also the world's first drone billionaire. James Dyson, a British inventor, industrial designer, and founder of the Dyson Company. His current net worth is $4.4 billion. He is best known as the inventor of the dual cyclone bagless vacuum cleaner, which works on the principle of cyclonic separation. Bradley Wayne Hughes, an example of invention being born out of necessity. Brad Hughes found himself on a road trip and stopped at a warehouse to find that it was full. This is when he had his light bulb idea for public storage, a storage unit easily accessible from the highway, or anywhere for that matter. However, in the beginning he called it private storage. It wasn't long until he realized this was actually deterring customers, as they thought that meant it was private and closed to the public. He remedied that, and soon after they were coming in droves. Public Storage is now America's largest self-storage company. The largest self-storage company in America, doing business as a REIT or real estate investment trust. As of 2023, Hughes is worth $3.3 billion. Nonetheless, the mystery of hidden and unknown billionaires remains an intriguing enigma that captivates the imagination of many. While the world has witnessed the rise of prominent billionaires and public figures whose fortunes are widely known and celebrated, there exists a secretive realm of hidden billionaires whose vast wealth and influence elude public scrutiny. The phenomenon of hidden billionaires raises questions about the nature of wealth, power, and privacy in the modern world. These individuals have mastered the art of concealing their fortunes through complex financial structures, offshore accounts, and anonymous ownership. The reasons for their secrecy vary, ranging from protecting their privacy and security to avoiding public scrutiny, legal issues, or taxation. Speculation surrounds the identities and activities of these hidden billionaires. Some believe they are individuals with immense influence in politics, global markets, or technological advancements, silently shaping the world from behind the scenes. Others speculate that these billionaires are part of underground networks, engaging in illicit activities or funding covert operations. The lack of concrete information fuels the aura of mystery surrounding them.
Everyone wants to feel like a king, and that's exactly what RM Kings provides. Our collection features handcrafted RM Kings pendants made with the finest precious and standard metals such as gold, silver, and brass, with overall attention to detail. From chains to earrings to bracelets, our pieces are designed to enhance your aura and make you feel like exactly that, a king. So why wait? Treat yourself to a piece of jewelry that's as superlative and unique as you are. Shop our RM Kings collection today and join the army of kings who have already discovered their throne. Become a modern Egyptian king, one piece at a time.